You're back here for a reason. Most people click on the ad once and disappear forever. But something about the blueprint stuck with you. And while you've been thinking it over, your project hasn't paused. The clock keeps ticking, the site needs doing, but the risks are growing, and every day you wait is another day closer to that 69% failure rate. Let me be direct. You know what happens when these projects fail. It's not just about missed deadlines or blown budgets, it's about you personally. If it goes sideways, you take the blame. The late night fixing agency screw-ups, emergency meetings where everyone's looking at you, your boss questioning if you're the right person for this, and your team losing confidence in your leadership. The stress doesn't stay at the office. It follows you home. It keeps you up at night, and it changes how people see you professionally. Here's what you might have forgotten from last time. The blueprint isn't just another planning document. It's the difference between hoping your project works and knowing it will. It maps every single requirement, dependency, and potential failure point before anyone writes a line of code. It gives you the power to hold any agency accountable, and it turns vague promises into documented commitments. Without it, you're walking into that agency relationship blind. With it, you're untouchable. But let me show you what happened to 3 project leaders who were in your exact position. First, there's the head of marketing and events at Charles Farham. She had a large, complex website project, full of functionalities, dependencies, and moving parts. She already had great-looking proposals. She almost didn't book with us because she assumed this would be a waste of her time. But then she did. And the blueprint uncovered critical missing requirements her shortlisted agencies hadn't even asked about. After that, she knew we were the right choice for her project. The result? She delivered her website on time, beautifully, while hitting her KPIs. Then there's the marketing officer at Conrad & Partners. He was handed an impossible 2-month deadline with a mandate to deliver a site that looked spectacular and embodied the brand's vision. The functionalities weren't just checkbox features, they were built to achieve a dreamlike website. The blueprint showed the real timeline, the risks, and exactly what he needed to take back to the board. He got full buy-in, delivered a site that still performs years later, and the project earned us, Nexus Bond, a design and development award from a major industry publication. And then there's the CEO of Spam Massage. This wasn't just another project, it was a company-defining high-stakes move. He needed clarity, not sales talk. The blueprint became his roadmap and his shield. The result? Millions in revenue growth over time, several more large projects successfully completed, and a long-term partnership forged from trust and results. But these are not special cases. This is what happens when you have clarity before you commit. But now, let's address what's really holding you back. First is time. It is normal for project leaders to come to us thinking that they don't have time for this because their bosses are pressuring them to move fast and show progress. And let's face it, drowning in meetings doesn't help either. I absolutely understand that. That's why the blueprint session can be split to suit your schedule. We move it at your pace and spread it across multiple days as needed, as you coordinate with your team when it works for you. And the discovery call is just 15 minutes long, just a quick conversation to make sure we are aligned. After the blueprint session, the time spent by a senior team analyzing the project is on us. You don't need to lift a finger as we quickly deliver your website project blueprint to life. But here's the reality. You either invest a few hours now or you spend months in crisis mode later, clocking overtime and stressing all day long. Another concern is thinking this is going to be another agency sales pitch. It is not. Whether you work with us or not, the blueprint is yours to keep forever. Yes, we provide a proposal alongside it showing how we'd execute it, but there's zero obligation and zero pressure to move forward with us. If you take it to another agency, we've still done our job by protecting you from failure. But why do it for free? It's pretty simple. Our task is to prevent another website disaster and earn your trust in the process. From our standpoint, we'd rather invest those hours up front building that trust than having to rebuild broken projects from scratch. And if you're thinking that maybe your project is not complex enough for this, there are 2 main criteria that qualify. Number 1, if you're planning a website project, and number 2, if you're the one accountable for its success. The easiest way to see if you're a good fit is by clicking below and taking 2 minutes to answer the questions. Look, the blueprint is free and yours to keep. There are no hidden costs and no surprise invoices. But of course there's a catch. We only produce a limited number of blueprints per month. We invest our senior team's time upfront, as all of your requirements must be broken down and analyzed carefully. You'll benefit from a high-level consultancy delivered top to bottom. You'll be equipped by the same blueprint we've crafted individually for every single one of the hundreds of successful website projects we've worked with. So here's exactly how this works, step by step. First, you click the button below and answer a few questions. It takes 2 minutes. This helps us understand if we can actually help your specific situation. Second, we have a brief discovery call. This is a 15-minute conversation to understand your project from a high-level overview and take some basic details. Third, we schedule the blueprint session. This is where the real work happens. We go through an interview process and you communicate with stakeholders at your own pace. We document your requirements and uncover the complexities to ensure the success of your project. Fourth, our senior team analyzes everything: UI leads, UX architects, front-end and back-end specialists, DevOps, QA, and a product manager. Every discipline needed for your project examines your requirements and documents exactly what it takes. Fifth, we deliver your blueprint, a comprehensive document that becomes your project's single source of truth. We walk through every section with you. You gain full clarity and understand exactly what your project needs to be successful. Finally, you decide what happens next. You can use the blueprint to evaluate agencies, manage a chosen vendor, or work with us if you want, or never speak to us again. The blueprint is yours, regardless of what you choose. That's it. No tricks, no catches. But here's what you need to know. We only produce a small number of blueprints per month. It's just down to capacity. Our senior team can only handle so many of these deep dives. Right now, we've got spots available. Next month, maybe not. Every week you wait is another week closer to your project deadline. Another week where other agencies are sending you proposals based on guesswork. Another week where you're hoping instead of knowing. You've already seen where that can lead. You know the horror stories that can happen when there's no project blueprint. You know you can't afford failure. So stop putting this away for another day. Click the button below, answer the quick 2-minute form, and book your blueprint session to guarantee the success of your website project. Let's make sure you're remembered as the marketing leader who delivered, not the one who got blamed. Click on the button below to book your blueprint session now and avoid website project failure. Remember, 7 out of 10 website projects fail. Join the 31% and guarantee the success of your website project. Click on the button below and book your blueprint session now.